What's going on, fight fans? This is Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Rob Jarrell, and I got some pretty sad news, at least for me and the boxing world, as far as retirement. One being Jake LaMotta dies in '95. He will be missed. One of the all-time greats. Biggest robbery was with Sugar Ray Robinson. Only got one win, but that was his most satisfying win. But the other news that came out today was Andre Ward retired from boxing at the age of 33, if I'm not mistaken. And see, I wasn't even ready. Yeah, Andre Ward retired at 33. He's only like a month older than me, and I'm just thinking about, man, I wish I could retire right now for what I'm doing. And we're only less than a month apart in age, so congrats to him. It's just another fighter in a long line of fighters who have retired this year. We know Vladimir Klitschko retired after his fight with Anthony Joshua as they were trying to make that rematch. We know Tim Bradley retired after having such a long layoff, in which he probably got comfortable, decided it wasn't worth getting hit again in the face, and that he had made enough money and took care of himself and his money and his friends, and he can leave with his faculty. Same with Andre Ward. Robert Guerrero officially retired. Shane Mosley officially retired. Mayweather went back into retirement. Manny Pacquiao might retire by the end of the year. So it's just, Andre Ward, he's a really smart guy. He knows if his body can really take that pounding through training camps and in the ring, and he gets to leave on his own accord. He has the commentating gig with HBO. I think he's going to be doing some for ESPN. We know Tim Bradley does some stuff with ESPN, the Top Rank. Robert Guerrero does that. Shane Mosley does all kind of interviews. So it's just good to see someone leave when they want to leave. Even though I think he has a lot left in the tank. We would love to see at least one or two more fights against maybe Adonis Stevenson and maybe Tony Bellew at cruiserweight. Adonis Stevenson for sure. If he could do that, become the lineal light heavyweight champ plus the unified light heavyweight champ, I'm just saying, I would love to see that. And we know he had his rivalry with Andre Kovalev. He won the Super 6 years ago. Had some good, not just quality wins, good wins. These are great wins, especially with Kovalev. And seeing what Sullivan Barrera is doing now, knocking out Shabransky, knocking out not Mike Lee, but someone else. And of course, they decide they want to do some work outside of my freaking apartment right now. I'll try to make it through it. But just seeing what he's doing right now, it just makes him look all the better. Really, dude. It just makes him seem all the more better. And we know he won the Super 6 where we have future Hall of Famer Arthur Abraham, a future Hall of Famer, and Carl Froch. Quality fighters. And this is kind of my hope, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. We know the past contract situations with Andre Ward, whether it was with DiBella, and he's currently with Rock Nation. We know he works as an advisor as well, one for Olympia Stevenson, and they worked well with Top Rank before as well. So I'm just speculating, and maybe I'm kind of hoping because I want to see him fight some more. I want to see him fight Adonis Stevenson. He might be waiting his time out with Rock Nation because Rock Nation may not keep their boxing division of sports intact through 2017. Again, I am just speculating because of the fact that they have been working well with Top Rank lately. I think they worked with Golden Boy a bit. And and I believe Andre Ward is representing people with Top Rank, and he's been on their cards as a commentator. So I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden he fights, like, does a Miguel Cotto type thing and fight 1 or 2 fights with Top Rank. We know Top Rank could work with Premier Boxing Champions. And maybe, just maybe, we get that Adonis Stevenson fight after he fights Lyda Alvarez. I'm just hoping. Tell me what you think. But no, if he does stay retired, congrats to him. I think he makes it to the Hall of Fame right now. He's my #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Yeah, he's my #1 pound-for-pound fighter right now. Of course, you have Canelo, Lomachenko, Golovkin, Crawford, Thurman, who are all in my top 10. But right now, Andre Ward is at the top of the mountain. Tell me what you think. Look back at his history. Look at some of his fights, because you're going to see some great wins. Everyone thinks he's a brawler, but he does a lot of subtle things in the ring that not many people pay attention to. He is a winner, hasn't lost since he was a kid. U.S. Olympian. People should appreciate that, especially if you were born in this freaking country. He represented the U.S. and won a gold medal. If I'm not mistaken, he was the last men's gold medalist for the U.S. But that's all I got for you. Stay tuned. I will be putting out some videos about this weekend's fights, about the Super Series, or World Boxing Super Series. There's another card this weekend. There was one last weekend. There was one the weekend before last. And I will be talking about those two as well as the fights on ESPN and, I believe, HBO. Until next time, fight on.
This is round 1 and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage.